All right, what's going on? Let's bring it to you here. Let's do another painting. We have titanium white, Van Dyke brown, Prussian blue, and ivory black, black ivory. That's all we're going to do today, man. I want to make this. This painting is going in my home. So I want to make it beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I got a little liquid white on the canvas. You know, just the thinnest coat of liquid white you could possibly imagine, right? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull this Prussian blue out. Pull the Prussian blue out, and I want it to be pretty much light. And I'm just going to go across this whole entire area. Pull a little bit more of that out, right in that brush. We only got 4 colors to deal with today. It's going to be beautiful. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is already. We only started with the top little area. I don't want to make clouds today. You know, I want to make this. Sometimes you make things very simplistic, and that's the easiest way to make them. The easiest way. The worst thing we can do right now is get this Prussian blue too light from that liquid white. And we just gonna really dig into that canvas. We'll swirl in there, push it around. Don't be afraid. They make tents out of that canvas. They make tents out of that canvas. Be proud of what we're doing here. This is my painting. I'm gonna put my aggression into that, right? That's right. And I still want it to be darker. Look at that, I got my brown standing straight up. I'm gonna start from the top. Let's just get that accents all in there. That's what I want. And then we're gonna put water in this painting today. Just keep going in that Prussian blue. Water in that painting. Got a little brown in that Prussian blue, and that's okay. We can handle that. We only got 4 colors to deal with. We only got 4 colors to deal with. Go back in that Prussian blue. Make a real nice dark water. Real nice dark water. And it's okay if you miss spots with your liquid white. Definitely okay. Just keep pounding that out. Get really aggressive. Get aggressive today. You know, we only got 4 colors to deal with. What do you want? How much easier can it be? There we go. Let's just condition the crap out of this canvas. And I want the water today to be a little bit more darker than the sky. You know, that's why we're doing these colors here. Because it's going to be an almighty painting, an almighty beautiful painting. All right. And let's do a brush wash out too. We got that full of blue. I'm just going to angle that in here. Let's get this. Let's beat the devil out of this thing. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting everything you can involved here. You know, the biggest thing here is paper towels. Paper towels are going to make a successful painting. There's no doubt in my mind. If you don't have paper towels set out, I recommend you set some out. After you're done beating the devil out of that brush, we need to get that thinner out of there. We need to make sure that thinner's out of there. Look at all that stuff coming out of there. Look at all that. That's how I get it out. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely. Now, I'm going to look back here and I'm going to see what we got. I want to get a little bit more blue. Well, I think we're okay with what we got. I think we're okay. Let's just blend this all out. Get rid of the brush strokes. Get rid of the brush strokes. I lied. I want to make this painting really, really dark. Really dark blue. And I'm going to beat this blue into this canvas. Okay. We really got a lot of blue here. And what I do is I just have a normal easel and I put 5-pound weights on it. That's it. That's all I do. 5-pound weights on an easel. Look at how beautiful this is coming out. And I do. I really want that bottom. I want this bottom to be full of blue. I want it to be dark, full of blue. I was gonna keep pulling that blue out. You know, the blue don't want to come out on the canvas. Well, guess what? We're gonna keep pulling more blue out. And that's what we're gonna do. There you go. No, just like Bob Ross says, you know, you keep mixing it in there. Next thing you know, that's all you got. It's just like someone pulled a curtain down. Well, today, my friends, this is going in my living room. So I'm going to get the ends of it as well. All blue. You know, that way I don't really need a frame. I don't need a frame now. No, not today. I want to paint the end of that blue. I'm going to go over here, paint the end of this blue. Just let's get rid of all that white on here. You know? Make it beautiful. Get rid of all that white. You know, by doing this, you're making it so you don't need to find, you don't need to hunt down a darn frame. You know, you just, while you're doing it, you just need to be very careful. I'm sure I made that look very easy. Okay, we got some issues here. All right. All right, so there we go. We got our water in here. You know, after I said that once, maybe I've said it twice, but I want it to be beautiful. I think for what I'm going for today, this is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you got to remember that this is a thick paint that I put onto my liquid white. It's all technique. It's all technique. Now, what we want to do, take my fan brush. Since this is all liquid white mixed with a tiny bit of Prussian blue, technically is what that is, I'm going to really get just a lot of white, because I'm going to blend this white in. And I just want to just give a little tiny bit. This is the Grand Tetons, by the way. I'm looking at the Grand Tetons right now to my left. And I want this painting to be in my house. That's what I want. All right, so with that being said, I want to reflect all this stuff down into here. Let's give it a little bit of clouds. Just a little bit of clouds. Just a tiny little bit. Let's reflect that back into the water. Remember now, we only got 4 colors here. Well, what are the 4 colors? Well, you already know what the 4 colors are. Probably Prussian blue, titanium white, ivory black, and Van Dyke brown. What we're going to do, let's go in here with my 1-inch 1-inch knife here. I'm going to go black. We're going to go right into the black. I want to make my mountain range right up like this. And I don't want that thick black in there at all. I'm going to grab that thick black and pull that back. Make a nice, beautiful mountain out of it. Yeah, I like that. Now with that here, we're going to make another peak. I'm just going to scrub it in. That looks a little too straight. I don't want everything all straight here. I'm making my knife go in little circles is what I'm doing. Scrape on this canvas hard. Don't be scared, man. You think you're going to put the knife through it? I don't know. You might. You might. So just relax a little bit, all right? We're just going to keep going back into that black. Maybe it levels off a little bit here. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. The whole maybe thing when people are doing this, maybe it's doing this. No, they know what they're doing. It's a bunch of malarkey. It's a bunch of malarkey. I told you, I'm looking at my reference. I'm looking at my reference, which is the Grand Tetons. That's what my reference is. You know, and we only have so many colors here. Let's make it beautiful. Let's make it beautiful. That's the intentions, right? Another beautiful painting. Let's get this black in this painting. There's nothing to it. We just want to make sure we have enough color of this black. Keep cruising. I'm just pulling off probably 16th inch strips here. 16th inch. 62 thou, whatever you prefer. There we go. And this guy's going to kind of just dwindle off. Dwindle. That's a great word. Let's make this beautiful. Just beautiful. Beautiful. I want it to go all the way down. I want to make these mountains go all the way down into here. Form some real true beauty. Maybe there's a little ridge here, a little ridge in there. I want to see it. I want to feel it. And I want to know these mountains want to be made. They want to be made. Because if they didn't want to be made, then it would look like a big clump of crap up here. And then we just got some right off the edge here. We just got some low-hanging clouds, or low-hanging mountains, you know. And I want this to be hanging up in my house. I'm gonna try to wrap these mountains around the side here. I like it, 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 I like it. Make big, powerful strokes. Just like that. Don't want to stand in front of the camera there. I have a real problem doing that. I noticed that in my playback. Not that I watch my own videos, right? Let's just color that in. All right, so we have a whole bunch of mountains here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to reflect these mountains. I'm just going to find my center point here. I'm going to go up from that. Try to paint them backwards a little bit. And you know, we're going to blend this all in, so. Let's go ahead and make some nice, beautiful mountains in here. You know, that's kind of the hard part, I guess. The reflections. I would think. Just put the peaks of the mountain where you think the peaks of the mountain are on here. That's what we're going to do. Beautiful. You know, every stroke is a very powerful stroke. Just very powerful. I'm just trying to figure out where all these peaks are at. Just to keep this rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. It's going all the way down to the short end here. And we're going to go back out a little bit. Yeah, we're just going to try to reflect these as much as possible. Just reflect these as much as possible. Yeah, it takes a little bit of concentration, but we'll get it. We'll get it. I definitely want these to go a little further down here. A little further down. You know, it's good to cover up the whole painting, especially with mountains. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? So there we have, you know, somewhat of mirrored peaks. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to that brown. We're going into that white. Going into that brown. We're going to marble that color here. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're just going to start out on the top here. Need that a little bit more white. Yeah, just like that. Just keep pulling that white out. There's a little bit more over here. We're going to go all the way back. Just keep dressing these mountains up, man. You know, this one here is going to go straight down. It's got a little bit of break in there. Just keep pulling these out. Try to zig it and zag it a little bit in between. Right, but these are really just coming along. I think it might be coming through here. Very steep in through there. And then this guy up in here, we're just gonna just very lightly. Very lightly give him some. Make some Grand Tetons. Grand Teton. Make beautiful paint marks there. Beautiful. Go up here. Let's just get this mountain dressed in there. You know, this is going to be very blended in. Very much so blended in. We're just going to do these mountains in reverse. Do the mountains in reverse. Right? So we're going to start here. We're going to go up and out this way. Half that mountain is going to be white, just like that. Keep it cooking. Just keep angling that knife all over heck. All over heck, I say. Do a beautiful stroke. Beautiful. That's right. That's right. Let's just keep cutting that part in. Just get these mountain reflections in there. All right, so now what we want to do is we're going to just grab the white. Let's bring that white out here. We're going to dance in white at the top of these mountains. That's how that works, right? Just keep dancing that in there. Make sure that paint breaks. Right at the tops of these is where we want that white. Right at the tops. There's just a little tiny bit coming down here. But right in here, we have a whole bunch. Let's just keep pulling that white out right at the top of this mountain. There's going to be a bunch of white at the top of that mountain. And then all the way through here. Just a load of white. And maybe in through here. And I don't know, I would say in through here, there's going to be white too, going down that way. And I'm just going to keep dancing this white in here. Just keep dancing that white. I think there's more white on this guy. I want it to be more white. Cause a real big shadow there. Maybe in through here, it's kind of broken up a little bit. Right in through there is a nice shadow. Let's really get that in there. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put some white on all over this guy. You know, obviously you barely touch the canvas. I mean, you don't even know I'm touching it. Like if you did a tensile strength or something like that. I think maybe this guy here is going that way. All right, let's just keep grabbing that white. Now we got to go into this area, of course. Let's even this out here. It looks like we have kind of a something wrong going on there. Let's fire this in here. There we go. I like that. Now these reflections, the best thing about it is we just want it to be somewhat accurate. So when we go to put it in, the reflections, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And that's why it's good to do these highlights, because you get to come in here and fix what is messed up. Absolutely. Just keep on rocking. And at this point, there's so much paint on the canvas. No one's worried about that, though. There's only 4 colors we got to deal with. Only 4 colors we got to deal with. I really want to get that white in there where I need it, though. It's very important. Very important to get that white in there where you need it. Oh, did I just repeat myself? I do that a lot. It's going to keep plugging away with white. Good old Grand Tetons. Beautiful mountains. Absolutely beautiful mountains. That's what the Grand Tetons are. So, what we're going to do is I want to make sure that this is still worthy of my home. All right, it actually looks pretty darn good. So now what I'm going to do, grab my 2-inch brush. I'm just going to grab it, pull up, switch the brush around, pull up, hit the brush out, grab it, pull up, move the brush around. I'm doing this with pretty good force. Pretty good force. Thank gosh for Bob Ross. All right. I'm just going to blend the bottom in there so you can't see them little moves I was doing. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to simply lift up on these mountains. Just to cause some effects here. That the mountain, you can see the land starting. That's all we're doing here. We can just see it all beginning. All right. Now I'm going to go into my black. I want to put some shadows in here. So this mountain here might maybe cause a little bit of shadow in there. This mountain here, maybe it caused some shadow back in through there. We got some shadow in through here, some shadow in through there. I think we're okay with the shadow. All right, so now I want to go ahead. I'm going to go into my black with my fan brush. Starting to run out of black here. I'm just going to start by blotting in some trees. Blotting in some trees. Go ahead, I'm going to grab some white here. I'm just going to create some mist at the bottom of this guy. That's what I see in the Tetons here, in the painting I have. You have some mist down here. Let's get a little bit more of that white. Just some nice, beautiful white in there. Let me make sure I hit the record button. I sure did. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more white in there. And I want this to be really diffused. Don't want big blotches in there. Just make some beautiful mist. All right, let's go back into that fan brush. Let's grab some more black. I'm going to strike downward on the canvas here. That's what I'm going to do. And right in at this mist here, that's where I want the smallest trees. And then we're going to really build up in through there. Over here, we're going to have some bigger trees, but then that's going to turn really small. And then through here, I want to make sure that we're getting a proper amount of paint on the canvas, just to cause a little cloud effect back in this area. That's all I'm really trying to do here. And then I'm just going to finish this out. I'm pressing upward in here with the fan brush. Trying to get rid of all that blue because we don't really want any blue in there. Don't really want any blue in there. Let's just connect all that together with this black. You know, let's make it a nice grand Teton painting here. We're gonna grab that and pull it up. Grab that and pull it up. I should probably use a 2-inch brush for this, but I'm a fan brush guy. What do I mean by that? I'm not quite sure. I just want these two mountains met up. Two mountains. It's the same mountain. You know what I mean. I just want it all nice and covered. All right, now I just need a little bit more black because I've used quite a bit of black. All right, I've done that. I'm going to form a really nice tree line here. And I want it to look like it's getting bigger to smaller to bigger. That's simple, right? No, not that simple. Then over in here, we're going to have some big old blotches. Just like that. All right, let's clean this brush off. Now, I'm just going to keep on going down in here. Try to reflect that same stuff back down in here. Try to, I say. Now I'm going to go into some white and some brown. Maybe a touch of black. I want to make a real grayish, light gray color. A little brown. Let's just mix all three of them up. Yeah, that's the color I'm looking for. I also need a little liquid white because now I got a bunch of stuff on that canvas. Now back in through here, let's just say we have, that's a little too white. We have some trees that are sticking out here. We just got some light trees back there. We need to really dull that color down a bit. That color was very loud. There we go. All right, we just want to give separation there. You know, maybe in here we have some little guys just like this, just like that. Put some guys in the front there. That liquid right really pushes it out. Maybe in the back here we have a couple taller guys in the back there. So yeah, let's go into this black. And I just want to push some of these black trees in here. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and take this 1-inch brush. Grab that and push that up. push that up. I just want to form kind of a definitive line. Pull that up a little bit. Or maybe there's little grassy things down at the bottom here. Little grassy things. Just like that, down at the bottom there. And let's see here. We're going to come in here. Grab some black. And then what we got here is a bunch of black down. We have a fallen dead tree. We're going to get into our white. There's our little fallen dead tree. Just going to push some shrubs above that. So you can barely see that, just to cause a little bit of accent in there. Now I'm going to go in some thicker stuff. I really want to push these weeds out. Sometimes it's not thick enough. Got a bunch of thin stuff on there. Let's get into the lay of the land a little bit here. All right, well that didn't turn out so well, that tree down there, did it? Anyways, now what we're going to do, we're going to go into just some white. And I want to make, so that's not sticking. So we're going to go into liquid white, into white. And then I just want to make just the tiniest little shoreline here. Shoreline is what I'm going for. It's going to go all the way back into here. I'm going to grab my brown and brown only. And I want to make little weeds coming up here, thick brown. Thick brown. All the way back into here as well. All right, now let's go into our titanium white, our liquid white. Form a little water line there. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Who the heck is this guy? Let's get that really nice. Just to make a shoreline there and just make it really nice. All right, then maybe there's some of this snow in the back here. Just like that. Now we're going to grab some of that blue. We're just going to paint a little crick line through here. Just like that. It's a little crick line. Blend this all back. Let's get some shadows in there. So it gives us a little definitive area there. All right, so anyways, I hope you like my painting today. I'm just going to go ahead and do my reflections in this mountain one more time. I'm going to pull these up. Grab my fan brush, a little bit of liquid white, redefine that little area a little bit. That's all I'm going to do. One of my dark. Remember, I want this hanging up in my house. One of my brown and white. Let's make a couple hits back through here. That same color on the brush. Cause some effects there. There we go. And we could do this all day, right? Just gonna grab that and pull it all down. Grab that and pull that all down. Just to blend it all together. All right. All right, there you have it, some Grand Teton Mountains. Take it easy. Hope you liked it. Well, let's diffuse it this way as well. I like it. All right, thanks for dropping by. We got 4 paint colors we did this with. Hopefully you like it. Take it easy.